Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Orwell. I've really been enjoying this game actually. It's quite strange. It seems to introduce a few kind of, ambivalent, ambiguous moral situations, which is interesting. We seem to be getting a slightly better picture of who this Cassandra Watergate is. Seems a complex character, and we ended the game with being asked to log off for the day, so I suggest that's where we take things from. So we've got a summary here. Based on the data you submitted, this would have been in the last episode 3, we finished all this. Severe assault occurred on the Freedom Plaza yesterday. Cassandra Watergate was present there prior to the assault and is thus being investigated. Activist group thought hints of the involvement of an activist group named Thought have been found. A second assault took place at Stella University, seemingly connected with the first, but this suggests that Cassandra Watergate is either not the only perpetrator or not involved at all. I'd say probably the latter rather than the former. I don't think she's involved at all. So she's been criminally charged with injury at a protest. She's an artist. The case was closed due to lack of evidence. She's in a relationship with a lawyer. She seems to have undergone a radical change after she joined the activist group Thought, which seemed to coincide with her taking an interest in a punk band called The Targets. Uncollected data shows a potentially dangerous personality, though thorough investigation by law enforcement is suggested. Juliet Carrington claimed that Cassandra defended her by injuring the police officer, and she was arrested, or rearrested rather. Okay. So let's go on to the next day and see where that takes us. A place where there is no darkness. Welcome back. Simons again. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. Let's go, Symes. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, you of course. My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfel is an important member of Thought, so we now have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfel is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Okay, I'll do that. Actually, that's kind of what I planned on doing next. I think we've got a lot to figure out about this Goldfels. So we'll go back to our reader, and I think the first thing we need to do is go back and have a look at his thing here. Is that a picture of him, do you think? It could just be, a random picture. It looks like the guy who presents a TV show. I can't think what TV show it is. It's about people auctioning rubbish at car boot sales or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me who it is I'm thinking of. So we've got that on there. That seems like a good thing to have. None of this data here is that useful, but we do have more information on him here. Okay, yes, I know, we've just seen that. So thoughts are free. That's clearly a important bit of information. The letter, we are right, it seems. Okay, Symes. Oh, more data chunks. Okay, he immigrated in 1993. Okay, I think we can probably take that as fact. I don't see why we wouldn't. Okay, I hope this doesn't start getting too immigrant bashy. Symes. And he created this blog. We have read all this, I think. I'm pretty sure. An activist group with the same name as this blog. That's right, Symes. Goldfel is the one who created the blog. Perhaps he founded or was even the leader of the activist group. Yes, I'm way ahead of you, my friend. Way ahead of you. So let's get back to these headlines. Oh, there's new headlines. Oh, and there's a listener thing as well. Let's do this first. I don't think we lose out on that. I think it's sort of goes live whenever we get to it. Connection between Bonton bombing evident. Bonton. Attacks against Stella University in Bonton and Freedom Plaza are connected, experts conclude. Okay, we've got quite a lot of new stuff here. Well, we'll start with this. Bonton. The bombings that occurred yesterday at Stella University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police division who is investigating the cases. In both assaults, a similar explosive device created with pure malevolence appeared to have been used, police spokeswoman Steele said. Malevolence, that's a long word for a police officer, isn't it? The letters received prior to the assaults seem to support this suspicion, while their meaning is still puzzling investigators. According to rumours, people have been theorising the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings, which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. That seems like quite a leap of faith to make. I'm not quite sure if I think there's a lot in that. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Steele answered when confronted with this theory during a press conference. Meanwhile, Stella University has declared that normal operations cannot continue under the circumstances, so they will be closing their doors for the time being. The university has also put up a special front page today. Let me try and read that again. I'll wipe the rabid foam from my mouth and go back to here. The university has also put up a special front page to pay their respects to the assault's victims. I won't get a job reading the news anytime soon. Which is a shame, because I also thought that'd be quite a cushy job. We've got more headlines, have we? Okay, we have read that. Did we miss any data chunks? I'm not sure we did. I don't think we did. So, there's a star there. Do we need to look through this? Let's see what this is all about. Timelines and Rosen announce operation. Davenport siblings, owners of their timelines. That's the social network thing we have here. Some cooperation with a software giant. I don't know how pertinent that is to what we're doing, so I'm not going to get too carried away with that. Heavy rainstorms expected. Yeah, well. Okay, this is what I'm more interested in. We've got another hacked conversation. Hey, you. I'm sorry about last night. I really should have come over. I think she should be apologising, actually. He's got a job. It's just that this client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get a meeting for months and it went rather well, so here's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who just talks about his job too much. I'm sorry. It's just a big part of my life. Hello? Are you still upset? Cassie, can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. You know what I'm like. Now would probably be a good time to worry, Joseph. Should be doing porridge, mate. So we've got some new things here to look at. Let's see what the police have done with her in the meantime. So we've got a new arrest record. Watergate Cassandra. So she's rearrested. Oh, the arresting officer and holding facility both been redacted. Just curious. The suspect was arrested in her flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated with the arresting officer, having the warrant announced and her rights read to her. Okay, so there's no real revelations in that, but we look like we've got a new blog entry from our friend Goldfel's. I thoroughly believed we were able to capture minds if only we could garner attention on thought as a group, and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years, recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else have thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it will be for the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Stelligan. Yours sincerely, Goldfels. Okay, we have a response here from Concerned One. Please reconsider, guy hurt there was only a goddamn cop. They had it coming for long. It was messy, I know, all the way back to the thing I messed up organising. But hell, look at the bright side. We made the news. This is what we wanted, what you wanted. So we've actually got quite a lot of information in here. So the group, he recruited 2 of his students and they arranged 3 demonstrations, one of them being the Freedom Plaza one, which Cassie was arrested for hurling a brick at a cop. She didn't hurl a cop at a brick. That would have been quite good. Anyway, so he's basically saying this has all got a little bit out of hand. This is probably doing more harm than good to the cause, so I'm going to wind it down. So I think that he's probably not responsible, but probably one of the students he recruited probably are responsible, at least one of them, and I'd wager that's probably this person here. So this is an important bit of information here. I don't think that's contentious. 3 demonstrations, more interesting. Might be that 2 students seem to be involved. Indeed. I will halt my active engagement in this group. Okay, I don't think that's contentious either. Whatever active engagement means, still an interesting fact. Well, it probably means this blog for a start, doesn't it, Symes? Use your head. So, my students at Stelligan, he's a lecturer. The same Stelligan where a bomb just exploded? Probably, Symes. There's probably just one Stelligan University in Bodon, I should think. You know what I think about coincidences, I won't repeat it. I told you what I thought about your opinion of coincidences, and I won't repeat that. So far, the evidence suggests that Goldfel was a prominent lecturer at Stelligan, and some of his students became involved in thought. Did he, recruit them for his cause? I think that's kind of what he's getting at, isn't it? We need to identify those students. See who else is involved with the group. Yes, I know, Symes. So it looks like we've got conflicting information here. So on one hand, he's saying we must not let ourselves get angry and hate people. Goddamn hippie. And here he's now saying that his high aims might be responsible. So I'm not sure if that's conflicting, to be honest with you. Thought must change direction. Okay, where's that? I don't know if that's conflicting. I'm feeling conflicted about it. So I don't really know what to. I'd go with that. I don't know. I just got a gut feeling. And a troubled past. Okay, I'll probably regret doing that, but we've got to go one way or another, haven't we? So, a memorial. Let's have a look. So this is a Stelligan University website. Oh, we got a suspect arrested. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Knowledge, science, wisdom. At sometimes all remain silent. Not sure what that means. Bomb assault on Stelligan. Campus closed down until further notice. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off on Stelligan campus, killing a Stelligan student as well as a lecturer. Several other individuals have been severely injured. The authorities are investigating. This is an unspeakable tragedy, Stelligan President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In light of recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. This is why I have decided to suspend all educational services of Stelligan University until further notice. Therefore, Stelligan campus will remain closed at least for the rest of this week, with no educational courses or events taking place. Okay, so they've got the nation's best public dining hall as well. Well, bully to you. We've got more headlines. We've got something else here? Okay, we've got more stuff here. Courses. What courses do they offer? Oh, I've just seen something here. So, Media Ethics B. This course is currently unavailable due to Representative Professor A. Goldfel's having retired. So, we know that. Oh, that is him. Okay, let's start from the top of the page. That's usually a sensible thing to do. Being a luminary in his profession, Abraham, we've got his full name now. Okay, let's... Abraham, or AB Baby, that's how I'm going to address him. AB Baby gladly accepted the offer of professorship in the field of media ethics at Stelligan, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Okay, so he's retired. I don't think that's a contentious thing to put in there. Did you notice the bombing locations seem to be closely connected to Thought members? No? There could be a pattern emerging. Could there? Thought has held 3 demonstrations, yet there have only been 2 bombings, which might imply, well, it's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the past of each member with Thought. Find out the locations of all demos they have held. That might yield a hint. It might. I'm going to get a sore throat with all this reading. Okay. So previously, Professor Goldfel has held a position as a journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers, and was also a chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. Okay, so he's got quite a interesting background. Ethics Congress. Let's just chuck all this in here. I don't think... Yes, I know I can read, you twat. Just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. What, having an interest in ethics? Symes, you're a complete twat. Publications of significance. Privacy versus public interest. Ooh. ID, ego and selfie. Analysis of dangers in over-expressive self-representation in social media. That actually sounds a little bit interesting. Die Gannon sind free. The thoughts are free. A modern time declaration of independence towards mass surveillance. Now, that's interesting because that relates to the letter that was sent after the second bombing. Well, what do you say to that? He literally wrote the book. Well done. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about this Goldfel. Yet only one other page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. Well, I have to say, Symes, he strikes me as being a lot more intelligent than you are. I think the next course of action should be to look for other people of this thought group. I know, like the students he mentioned. I know. God, he's a genius at the fucking obvious, isn't he? So we've got a lot of information, new information up here. We've also got new headlines. First suspect in connection with assaults arrested. It's a policeman they've arrested. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombings in the capital has been made. There's Jim Kaufman. There he is, in all his glory. Bonton. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with recent bombings in the capital has been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation efforts of a special task force, police spokesman Kaufman said. How the woman is related to the bomb attacks, Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumoured that the suspect is well known to authorities by other incidents. Okay, we need to find out who this is and whether it relates to this thought group. So, back to our reader, and wow, we've still got a lot here. Let's start from the top, shall we? Asukal, attendee list. Asukal is the internal Stella University class attendee system. Pick a class by completing the 3-step wizard. Please select a semester. Oh, I don't know. Let's try this one. So, it was media, wasn't it? And it was Professor... Oh, I can't find it. Actually, no, had he already retired? When did he retire? He left in fall, or autumn to many of us, 2016. So it wouldn't have been the 16-17, would it? No. He'd have had a class then. Okay, so there we go. Baby Goldfel. So we've got some students here. And do we have Cassie? Juliet Carrington. So that's going to go in Juliet's file. Wrong profile. That seems to me to be the right one. Okay, they want me to put it in AB Babies. That's fine with me. There you go, AB. I think we can take that as a matter of fact. Yes, I know. She was a friend of Miss Watergate. Now it also appears that she was a student of Abraham Goldfel's. I think that's enough to warrant a report. Give me a few minutes. Oh, got to click. Alright, we have authorization to investigate Miss Carrington. Right, so we can go back to timeline and grab a picture of her. And presumably some more information about her. Do we have anybody else here? Harrison O'Donnell. Here we go. So he's also in contact. Oh no, that needs to go on AB Babies. Okay, that's good. I think again we can take this as gospel, as it's university records rather than an opinion. Report it. Authorised to consider him a target. Okay, so that's someone else to investigate. That's good. Do we have anybody else here? No, we don't. So, he did say a couple of recruits were students, so maybe that's all there were. And we do know that Cassie wasn't actually a student, she just packed in her job and decided to become an artist, so... Let's go back to Juliet's timeline, and there we have a picture of her. And she's got pretty funky hair too, don't you think? She does. We've got a nice picture of her. We've got her birthday. We've got where she lives. And she plays guitar and sings. She also has books and plays board games. Wow, busy girl. She likes Stella University. She also likes the Targets and her public library and a cafe. Now, I think that'd be interesting because, you know, if you wanted to find her, you might go to the library or the cafe. But anyway, this doesn't think it's that important. Cassandra Watergate posted on March the 4th. Ha! You actually can dance, and I've got proof now. You still in bed? So there they are, dancing the night away. Is that really me? I've got to be careful around you, apparently. Great photo, though. Who took it? Nice try. Jules. Jules took the picture. Thanks for a great time. I'd admit it's kind of good to go out for once. No plan on doing that again anytime soon. That's probably just as well. What? Every time I ask you out, you're so goddamn busy, and then you're full of freaking muffins. I'd never known that before. Okay, I don't know who he is. Sorry, Adam, maybe you need to spy on me some more. Cassandra posted, I'm bored to death tonight. Definitely need someone to come along. Julesy, 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 I've got something for you. Oh, right, there's the cake reference. Okay, this is kind of like reading actual people's social media stuff. It's actually really boring. Okay, so we skipped through all this bollocks, because this is the important bit, and this is an important bit. Yuck, you know I'm not so keen on going out late night. Okay, so I know she doesn't like going out late at night. Okay, there doesn't seem to be a contention over that fact. I think you do get it flagged every time there's a contention. Fewer than half an hour. That torture and cruelty by my friend. Not actual cruelty and torture, surely. I think that's a pinch of salt, don't you, Symes? Oh, she's potentially... Everyone's potentially dangerous to you. Chicken shit. Okay, so that was her birthday. We are the Carringtons. Oh my god, they've got a whole website. Oh, that's the parents. Okay, oh my god. Seriously, they've actually got a website just about themselves. Jesus, man. That's awful. Okay, so we've got all of this. So, this is really quite boring. Okay, so this is a bit we're after. So, there she is playing her guitar. We know that she's left-handed. We know that she's a PR assistant at Rosentech. She likes banana nut muffins. Well, yes, of course she does. Her favourite colour is red. If we fail to prevent the next assault due to processing random data, I won't be taking the fall. Fuck you, Symes. You know, you should get all the information you can. You know, you discount stuff that's not important later. We know when her birthday is already. I'm sure we do. Her favourite colour is red, because she's a goddamn communist. No doubt. We know she likes... Is he getting the hump with me for giving him information? Okay, so we know she likes the guitar. We know that already. Her favourite book, is that important? We can't get rid of that. Okay, so is he going to get grumpy if I put that in? Then again, To Kill a Mockingbird's all about, you know, social justice, isn't it? Is he going to get arsey? You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb inside of his skin and walk around in it. Harperley. I actually read that book one. Great book. You didn't read a book, Symes. No, you can't fool me. Okay, so we've got some other interesting bits here, and we've also got a contentious bit here as well. But we know it's contentious only because it conflicts with something we don't know. Wrap your head around that if you can. Ugh. Since the nestling of the family showed up a little bit unexpectedly, the parents, Jonathan and Nessa, decided that they would end the strictness of the naming pattern her sisters had followed in favour of a slight aberration. Juliet learned to play the guitar, even developed the plan to become professional musicians in a band. However, she decided to end her band career once she was single again and focus on her studies of media economy at Stella University. So we already know that she was at university. Is he going to get a hump about that? No, okay. So her parents... Name that's useful, I think. Well, we know she plays the guitar, don't we? We don't need to labour the point, I think. Okay. So I think we're going to call it there. It's been quite a long episode. So we're learning more about Cassie and her group of friends, and we've figured out who Goldfels is, and we're not really any closer to figuring out who's behind the bombing, I don't think, but we're sort of piecing together the world around it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do leave a like, a comment, and do consider a sub. I'll probably record another one or two of these because I'm enjoying it. I hope to see you for the next episode. Take care. Go on, off you go.